All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and thank you all for joining. We have quite a crowd, it looks like, in the house. Today is going to be very hands-on. So by the end of this session, you'll have built your own AI agent, and you're going to see firsthand how quickly these experiences can be created. However, before we jump into the workshop, we're just going to do a quick few introductions. I'll cover some housekeeping items and provide a little bit of context on why Servion and Parloa are partnering on a session like this. So Matt, if you want to jump ahead. Thank you, sir. So here's what we have planned. We're going to start with a very quick overview on Servion and Parloa for those who may not be familiar. Then Matthew will walk through the AMP platform and a live demonstration. And then the majority of our time today is going to be spent on a hands-on workshop where you are going to build an AI agent yourself. We'll then wrap up with a few of you hopefully demonstrating to the group what you've built. So keep that in the back of your mind. Some questions and answers, and then just next steps. So just before we start, a couple of housekeeping items. Feel free to drop questions into the chat as we go. The introductory portion of this part of this webinar experience is being recorded. The breakout sessions will not be. But most importantly, today is about learning and experimenting. So have fun with it. All right. I am Sarah Rogers. I'm a senior solutions strategist with Servion, and I work with organizations across North America on CX strategy, AI, contact center modernization, and helping customers navigate the evolving agentic AI landscape as we know it. I'm going to hand over and let the Parloa team introduce themselves briefly as well. But looking at the attendee list, I see a mix of CX and operations, technology, business leaders all on the call today. So hopefully we'll be able to provide something valuable regardless of where you are in your AI journey. Matt,
Great,
you want
thanks,
to?
Sarah. Yeah, so Matt Miller, I'm a partner solution engineer with Parloa. I've been here for about 6 months, but not new to the industry. Spent a lot of time deploying contact centers for customers all over the globe. And I'm joined today by Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy Miller. Like Matt, new to Parloa and not new to CX. I've been in CX and then eventually CX automation for the last about 22, 23 years at this point, and currently work for Parloa with our business partners on great events such as this.
Thank you both. So I just want to spend a minute on who Servion is and why we're here today. Servion is a systems integrator. We have 30 plus years of experience focused exclusively on helping organizations transform CX. So today, that means helping customers navigate everything from cloud migrations, CCaaS platform deployments, through to AI, automation, analytics, and now agentic AI. So to support that, we've developed JourneyWorks, which is our CX execution framework. And really at its core, it's about helping organizations bridge that gap between strategy and execution and identifying the right customer journeys, prioritizing the right use cases, and making sure the technology investments translate into measurable business outcomes. So we've had the opportunity to work with organizations across financial services, healthcare, retail, telco, public sector, across both strategy and execution. And throughout the past 30 years, we've completed more than 600 global cloud contact center deployments, which means we've seen firsthand what separates success when it comes to transformations versus projects that just struggle to gain traction. And that's really why we're here today. You are all going to build an AI agent, which is the fun part. But the bigger challenge for most organizations is figuring out where AI creates the most value and how to scale it successfully. And that's the role that Servion plays. And that's what JourneyWorks is designed to support. So I just have one more slide here before I hand the reins over to Matt. And before I do that, I just want to leave you with a couple of observations that we're seeing across industry, which highlights why Servion is here with Parloa today. So first, despite all of the excitement around AI, many organizations are still struggling to move beyond a pilot and proof of concept. So technology alone does not guarantee business outcomes. Second, voice remains one of the most important customer channels, but also one of the most difficult to automate successfully. And this is where we see Parloa as industry leaders. Now, the companies that are seeing success are the ones that combine the right technology with clear strategy, strong governance, and laser-focused execution. And that's where we partner so well together. So on that note, I'm going to hand over to Matt. He's going to take you through some additional info on Parloa.
Great. Thanks, Sarah. So one of the things that Sarah mentioned was 95% of those are struggling with their pilots. We actually saw some statistics from IBM that says 85% of those projects never make it out of pilot mode. And we call this the great AI divide. What we're seeing is a real gap between evaluating technology and being able to scale into production. So on the one side, you've got teams stuck in pilot purgatory based on demos with limited to narrow scopes with single scenarios, a lot more coding than they expected, and not enough testing and measurement to make sure that it does what it's supposed to. And voice is the hard part. It shouldn't be just an afterthought, especially with 70% of those interactions with those brands coming across there. And so with only 16% of those brands making it across the divide, with multiple use cases and agents democratized across business units, we want to make sure that the right mix of dynamic customer experience and reliability accuracy is really providing that ROI for our customers. So we're making sure that we're not providing a platform that's tested in isolation, that's not providing the conclusive reliability and performance.
Sorry, Matt, continue on. I was just going to ask, can you tell me how Parloa helps you close that divide?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the first thing is that we're going to focus on delivering the most reliable and trusted AI agents. And we do this by meticulously managing every single stage of that agent lifecycle and design to integrate, test, and deploy, to scale and optimize. And we're going to walk through this in a minute. We've been building AI optimized voice infrastructure since 2018. And what we're doing is balancing that ultra low latency critical to voice and high reliability. And we've tuned it for things like authentication, which is really hard in a voice environment. And we integrate with any CCaaS solution. Oops, I'm a little too far forward there. And we've proven this on a global scale. And this is all while letting our agents be seamlessly adapted to different market regions, different channels, and answering phones in over 100 countries with over 130 languages support. And we do co-designer solutions for the most complex environments with the largest enterprise customers out there. So our roadmap keeps up with yours. And our AI management platform really bridges that gap between getting stuck and getting to scale.
So question for you, Matt, and maybe for those who are in attendance, you can drop in the chat. How many people are new to Parloa here? Do you feel like you have a good overview of who they are? And maybe, Matt, you can give them a quick overview across the market.
Yeah, thanks. So I think if we wanted to go high level and an overview of Parloa, we were born in Berlin, and our mission is really to help companies build the most meaningful relationships possible with customers. We really believe that the brands that are going to win in this era are the ones that really shift their focus from resolutions to relationship. And as I stated before, we were born in 2018 with the vision of voice becoming that predominant customer engagement layer in the AI era. And since then, we've delivered over 1 billion AI interactions with 120 plus possible languages and over 100 countries. And we're doing this with brands that all of you, I'm sure, recognize, like Booking.com, a leader in the travel industry. We're doing it with global retailers like IKEA and top insurers like Allianz. And this pace of innovation has really been accelerated by the massive amount of funding that we've got from some of the world's top investment firms. And then we're also working across the board with all of those other partners like we mentioned. We really believe that the future of CX is agentic, and it should be effortlessly engaging. It shouldn't be something that you're screaming at the phone over. It should be the right place at the right time, and it should be ubiquitous across the globe at every step of the customer journey. We really want those conversations to be personal and multimodal. So that means engaging with CX on the channel that you want. It should be effortless. The whole waiting on hold should be a thing of the past. We want something with ultra low latency, and we want it to be proactive and goal oriented as well. Just putting it into deflect calls is really not going to provide that good experience that we want. And it should be on your language and your time and your channel. And so when we think about folks that are going to be leaders in this area and who are really going to redefine what customer experience looks like, we want to look at it from the perspective, something that we all experience, right? If you've ever been stuck in an airport, I'm sure we can all relate to this. But maybe you're on a flight and you're standing at the airport and you find out that your flight's delayed. Well, you've got an option there, right? It's go stand in line at the customer service desk and wait for 15 or 30 minutes. And then maybe you decide to call instead, reach an agent. But every time you reach a different agent, your context is lost. But now imagine calling in and getting that personal AI agent where it picks up and it says, "Hello, Mr. Miller, how can I help you?" And after quick authentication, it gets you on a new route. Instead of the effect where I've called in, I get stuck on hold, maybe I try a different channel, the context is lost. If I have to call back in 30 minutes because something has changed, in this case, I've got that personal AI agent that has that same voice, the same context, and picks up right where we left off without having to re-figure out where I'm at. And this provides a completely different experience. So this brings in Parloa's AI Agent Management Platform, or AMP, and this is the difference between getting stuck or being able to successfully scale. So how we're doing this, we don't compromise on security. We're built with built-in encryption, audit trails, regional industry compliance. As I mentioned before, we're built in Berlin, GDPR compliant, all the different compliances that you would expect from a reliable platform. We're providing a platform that allows you to build with ease. We're also introducing things like agent composition to allow for injecting of different variables. So you build once and it adapts to different markets. Well, we're providing things like agent skills to do fulfillment of the different things across our platform. And then we're optimizing on that platform through simulations and evaluations. So we're doing things like sending synthetic injection of contacts into the system so that we're not doing hours and hours of user acceptance testing. We're evaluating that with letting AI be the judge so we can see, hey, did it do what we expected? And then we can do things like A/B testing and auto tuning of those agents as well. And then we're providing agent observability so we can see, hey, what's happening within our actual agents? Where are those tool calls? We have access to the conversation store so we can send those conversations and summaries maybe to our CRM or whatever else makes sense within our platform. And we're also incorporating that enterprise grade foundation. So we're introducing things like multi-layer LLM guardrails, things like PCI compliance and PCI redaction. We're offering the ability to do things like multi-region and hybrid cloud deployments. And we're doing this with all the different providers that you would expect across the market: Microsoft, SAP, ServiceNow, Five9, a lot of the different integrations that you're going to need as an enterprise business. And this is where we have worked with industry stalwarts to really provide higher net promoter score across those customer interactions. We're doing things like reducing average handle time, and we're allowing our customers to also have a higher interaction on their bookings as well. So we're taking that data, we're working with those Fortune 500 companies, and we're allowing our customers to free up our agents for higher value, higher focus type interactions. We also offer what we call the pilot to production program, and this really helps us cross that AI divide that we talked about at the beginning. This allows us to help demystify and evaluate the technology with our customers. We provide that documentation, we provide that AI readiness assessment, allow us to look and see how we're going to deploy that agentic AI agent, define use cases, and to figure out where those blockers are. We don't want to be part of that 16% that never makes it past pilot. And then we're also going to provide testing insights and show you those metrics to show that it is working, it's doing what we're expecting, and really provide those business value projections along the way with our Parloa Value Studio as well. And this is really done in a phased approach. So you don't have to chew off too much all at once. We're going to start off by logging in, evaluating access, defining that sandbox, granting that access, and then allowing you as the customer to get that initial feedback, get some of those preliminary calls in, and then do some testing along the way. And then we're going to provide an executive level readout as well so that you can have sign off and make sure that it's doing what you need in production. We want to make sure that reliability is enforced at every phase along the cycle. So again, this is a full life cycle phase that we talk about design and integrate. So this allows us to ingest those operating procedures, define what those tasks are, to test and iterate along the way. So we'll do our versioning, our A/B testing, and then that really allows us to deploy at scale across the organization for you through things like local configuration, like we talked about our agent composition that allows us to deploy once and to have that go across in multiple different regions. And then we can continue to monitor and improve across the board as we see those agents in use.
So Matt, I just want to pause you for a second. AMP.1, 1.0, excuse me, was your first platform, and Parloa has recently rolled out AMP 2.0. And I'm going through the training. I have heard a lot of good things about it and what's included. So maybe you could take us through very quickly what you've been cooking up over there and what excites you most about the new platform.
Yeah, thanks. Great point. So some of the things that we have heard across the board is that when you introduce something that's fully agentic, we're moving towards something that used to be very deterministic to something that's more probabilistic. Especially in highly regulated industries, we found that it is important for our customers to make sure that we've put the guardrails in so that we can not only have the flexibility and the personalization of something that's truly agentic, but also that we have introduced the capability to have those deterministic flows in with the guardrails that say, hey, if you're in a highly regulated industry, we want to make sure that this is performing the exact same way with gating mechanisms that allow you to say, I'm not going to activate on this task unless I've been allowed to. And this is where our new subtask agents really shine. We've also redesigned our skills to make sure that we can handle complex workflows much more easily. So we can do things like manipulation of the data after a tool call, introduce things on our conversational platform to inject messages directly within one of our skills, and our new conversational platform that is really increased the speed to which we're able to do those tool calls, along with a lot of the tuning that we talked about previously. And that's again where we talked about deterministic in an LLM state versus something that is not only predictable but also flexible, right? So we're giving you the nice things about AI, but we're putting the safeguards in so that we can make sure that in those regulated industries, we can do that. And that really is defined through those subtask agents that we mentioned before. So it's giving you that expert provision, you get that unified brand voice, and it is designed to scale. So with that, I'd love to give everybody a quick walkthrough of the platform before we launch into our actual build. How does that sound? All right, give me one moment and I will pull that up. Now we're good. All right, so what you're looking at here today is the AMP platform. This is what you're all going to be working in today, and you'll see the general template here. Let's just do a quick demonstration of what this is going to look like if we were to place a call in. Sarah made the leg lamp company, and we're going to just test out that agent. It's doing a couple of different things today. One of the things that you're going to see when you design your agent is it's much like onboarding a live human agent. We start off by defining a tone. We give it kind of directional instructions about how we'd like those conversations to flow. We also introduce things like our subtask agents, like we mentioned, for things like instructions on how to resolve some of the things that we're doing. We're leveraging skills within the platform, so allowing it to do knowledge lookups, collections of information that we have. And then we're also leveraging a custom skill. In this case today, you're going to build a simple database lookup that allows you to do fulfillment of things like maybe provide information back on a balance or a last order lookup. That's all done through this platform. So let's get a quick call in and we'll see what that looks like in action.
Thanks for contacting the Leg Lamp Co. I'm Clara, your virtual agent. How may I help you today?
Yeah, hi, Clara. I'm wondering if you can tell me what your hours of operation are.
Thanks for reaching out. The Leg Lamp Co. is open Monday through Friday from 9 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening Eastern Time. Is there anything else you'd like to know about our company?
Yeah, I'm wondering if you can tell me what my last order was.
I can help with that. Could you please provide your customer identification number so I can look up your last order?
Yeah, that's 1001.
Thank you. Your most recent order was for a travel backpack. Would you like to know the delivery date for this order?
No, thank you. Thanks for your help today. All right, so hopefully that was a good overview of what you're going to see today when you build your own personalized agents. With that, we're going to have a couple of different housekeeping items. So let me just pull up presentation.
Yeah, this will be where the fun starts. So we are going to break you all out into groups for about an hour, and you are going to build a working AI agent within the AMP 2.0 platform. So each group should have a builder. This is going to be the person who's going to drive and share their screen, similar to what you just saw Matthew show. An AI navigator. And we recommend that you use AI, whether it's Claude or ChatGPT or Copilot, to just help accelerate this process and troubleshoot along the way. And then we're going to drop in 2 workshop documents. So there's going to be the participant guide, which will say open first, and then the step-by-step build guide. So follow those along as you go. And our team will be circulating between the rooms. So if you do get stuck, just raise your hand and drop a message in the chat. We will find you and help you through the troubleshooting process. And then just one last piece to be prepared to show off what you've built. We will ask for a couple of volunteers to hopefully demo their agents at the end. So there's some bragging rights on the line. And with that, I think Salva's going to split us out into groups. Did everyone get?
I think everybody, from what I saw, I think everybody, maybe room 3 had a little bit more to go, but I think the other 2 rooms got to some stage of completion, right, Matt? Did you get done in room 1?
So we got our knowledge skill done, and we assigned a channel to it. We kind of skipped past the custom skill, kind of ran out of time for that, but we were able to get our sarcastic. We also did the leg lamp, but it was very sarcastic, and it repeated everything back to you multiple times, and we made it so it was very unhelpful.
That's fantastic.
We in room 2, we built the store company, and the store company sells widgets, and we can look up the loyalty point balance and, you know, talk to you about how you can spend your loyalty points, some other information about the store company. They had the advantage of me driving, and I built the documents, so that's the way that works.
That's cheating almost.
Well, in room 3, JP drove and Stephanie and I supported. We had Jim as well, but he had to drop partway off. We were right at the end. So we built our custom skill and we were just at kind of page 14 of the instructions that JP is just filling out for us to test. We did a fun banking app, literally called Fun Banking. Don't you all want to bank there? We're far more polite than it sounds like the other leg lamp company is. And may I just say, my leg lamp company is polite. Buy from us.
I will say I popped in and heard the agent in room 1, and let me tell you,
CSAT scores.
yeah, low CSAT scores.
We'd be happy to let you listen to the experience when you're ready.
Yeah, I think that would be great. We were hoping some folks would be willing to demonstrate their new AI agent friends that they've built up in the past 60 minutes or so.
Okay, well,
I'll say let it rip, Bruce.
okay. Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Here's the call. Yeah, I've got a problem with my leg lamp.
A problem with your leg lamp, huh? That sounds like a real pickle. Let me guess. Is it not shining bright enough to light up your disco ball? Or did it suddenly decide to take a vacation and stop working altogether? Maybe it's just feeling groovy and flickering like a lava lamp. So, what exactly is the issue?
The leg's broken.
Oh, the leg's broken? Well, that's just fantastic. Nothing says home decor like a lamp with a busted leg. Did it trip over your shag carpet? Or did you try to use it as a baseball bat? Maybe it's just protesting the price you paid for it. So...
Yes, it was very expensive and it broke from natural causes. And I'm really unhappy.
Wow. You paid a pretty penny for a lamp that decided to break all by itself. That's some top shelf luck right there. Natural causes, huh? Maybe it just wanted to retire early and live the good life by the lake. Unhappiness is definitely the vibe when your lamp's leg gives up the ghost. So,
There you go.
are you looking for a
Yeah, I want a replacement piece. When can I get it?
replacement knowledge base? Oh, you want a replacement piece for your leg lamp? That's a real power move. Our company is all about decorative leg lamps, and we do offer spare parts like replacement legs. So you're in luck, sort of. Delivery times? Well, that's a mystery wrapped in an enigma. But let's just say you'll get it faster than a snail, but slower than a cheetah. It'll show up eventually, probably before your lamp grows a new leg on its own. So, do you want the leg in the same style? Something adventurous.
Forget it. I'm done. Thank you very much.
Well, that's not winning any major awards.
Delivery time is a mystery wrapped in an enigma. Wow.
That's fantastic.
It actually did what we asked it to do, just FYI. The agent was given those skills to be pretty much useless.
Well, it succeeded.
Yeah, I don't know if that one's crossing the AI, the Great Divide, but you gave it the old college try, Bruce.
Do we want to hear a more conventional approach?
I would love to hear a more conventional
All right,
approach.
here's what that sounds like.
Thank you for calling the store company. How can I help you today?
But yeah, I just wanted to check my loyalty points balance, please.
I can help you with that. May I have your account number, please?
Sure, that's 1002.
1 second while I check on your widgets. Your current loyalty points balance is 19,543 points. Is there anything else you would like to know about your loyalty points or the store company?
Yeah, how do I redeem those loyalty point balances?
Searching knowledge base. I do not have information on how to redeem loyalty points at the moment. Would you like me to connect you to a human agent who can assist further?
No, maybe just tell me a little bit about the store company.
Searching knowledge base. I do not have information about the store company available.
Okay, so our knowledge base lookup, we've troubleshot and fixed. Oh, I know what happened. I didn't resync it. So we corrected it and it's available through preview, but it does work correctly. I just need to redeploy it,
Since
sync
it
it.
hasn't been published yet.
Why don't we show the team how you're going to do that? Super easy, right?
Yeah, super easy. Actually, it's super easy. It's so super easy that I already hit the button, but I'm happy to share. So all I did, right, within my agent, not my knowledge base, I simply went to deploy and hit sync all, and now that is up to date. And when I call again, what we'll find is that it's going to work a little better.
Thank you for calling the store company. How can I help you today?
Yeah, how can I redeem my loyalty points balance?
Searching knowledge base. You can redeem your loyalty points at checkout on the store company website or mobile app. Just select Use My Points before completing your payment and specify the amount you want to offset. The system will convert your points automatically. Points cannot be redeemed in-store or exchanged for cash. Would you like to know your current loyalty points balance?
Yeah, sure. What is that?
I can help you check your loyalty points balance. May I have your account number, please?
1002.
1 second while I check on your widgets. Your current loyalty points balance is 19,543 points. Is there anything else you would like to know about the store company?
Yeah, what kind of widgets do you sell?
The store company offers 3 main types of widgets. Standard widgets for everyday use, premium widgets with higher quality and extended warranty, and industrial widgets for heavy-duty or professional applications. Each category is designed to provide the best quality at the lowest possible cost. Would you like more details about a specific widget category?
No, I'm good, thank you.
You are very welcome. If you have any other questions about the store company in the future, feel free to call. Have a great day and goodbye.
There you go.
Awesome. I love it. Far more polite.
Yep.
Slightly higher customer satisfaction rating.
Useful, even, I dare say, right?
Right?
That was actually useful.
So I guess what you've seen today is really how quickly you can go from an idea to a working AI agent, which is pretty neat. The next question I would say that we typically get asked is like, okay, so now what? How do we take this into production? You saw a little bit about that in the preface that Matt ran through. But it's also where Servion can come in. So we have what we call a discovery and launchpad offer. And we can work with your team to identify like the right use cases that actually fit your business, define your success criteria, whether it's a very rude agent or otherwise, and then establish that governance, that architecture, and that accelerate that path from an AI agent prototype into production, and then understanding the ROI metrics that can come with that. So that's something that we have packaged up very neatly and can get you from, this phase through to a production deployment within 60 days. So, if that's a conversation you'd like to have, we are happy to connect after today's session. And JP and Stephanie as well, I just want to call out, we didn't get to finish our build. So I am happy to take time if you want to complete that and support and go through. It doesn't have to be during this platform. We can do it at a later date if you still want to work through. And that goes for anyone if there's additional questions or information on how you can play around with your existing build or look at something that's actually built for your organization. Please do reach out. I just want to open the floor before we drop. Are there any other questions or comments, feedback that you wanted to bubble up? Welcome to reach out directly, Ted. Absolutely. To myself, Jeremy, Matt, anybody else on the Servion and Parloa teams.
Yep. And I can put my contact in there as well.
I hope you all had fun today.
Sarah, Matt, Jeremy, thank you so much. This was a lot of fun.
Thanks all.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. That was
Thank you
fun.
very much.
Thanks,
Okay.
everyone. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.